Happy Homeschool Hair Week 2 for our podcast. This week's topic is beauty essential. So it seems like we keep doing these every single time the governor of New Jersey makes an announcement. And today he announced that retailers will be able to do curbside. So what does that mean for salons? It actually means a lot. So our clients have been really amazing to us and super patient as we've had a lot of discussion on how we can take care of our clients as everybody is really trying to figure out what this all means. So, in the beginning of quarantine, a lot of people were sort of like, why would, in the middle of a pandemic, would anybody be thinking about their hair and beauty? So I was involved in a conversation on LinkedIn, which is a story that's going to be in the New York Times, that I just got tagged that these comments are going to be published. And basically, everyone is talking about how beauty is linked to mental health, which is something that Janine and I had this conversation very early on, as everybody's trying to figure out what is our new normal. So I think that our new normal, as everyone's trying to figure out how parents are homeschooling their kids, how are you going to food shop? How are you going to disinfect things? How are you going to, as I keep saying, how are you going to run your quarantine? I was just talking with my friend Jeff from Art and Autonomy in New York. How is New York salons, going to run, their salon protocol? What is Cuomo telling them? How are New Jersey salons going to run their salons with whatever we find out our protocol is going to be? Nobody knows. So I think for, mental health, if you look in the mirror and you see gray or you see wrinkles or you don't have makeup on and you are feeling down about what the state of affairs is outside, nobody has the answers to this. Nobody knows what's happening. But if you could, no one's putting on makeup. I mean, I understand that. Nobody's blow drying their hair. But if you could maybe, like right now, I have jeans on and I feel better. I feel like I'm going to be more productive. I've been getting a lot of work done today, and it's just about the connection to a sense of normalcy. I don't feel myself when I don't know. I'm not trying to put on a full face of makeup, but I understand why people are just getting dressed. So I think the pressure for salons, beauty professionals, people wanting access to us, there's so much more that happens behind the chair when a client sits with us. Yes, they're coming in and they want to get their hair done. There's an action that's happening, but we're talking about their lives. I want to know what's going on with my clients. And even for me, when I go into a Sephora or an Ulta, I love the client experience. I've always, one way or another, my clients know that I've always been a hairstylist, but I've been in sales, education, product development, the social media, all of this. I've always been in some form of client services. And I love that aspect of it. I get a kick out of talking to a Sephora cast member, and they really understand a brand. They can walk you around the store and they can help you shop. So on LinkedIn, there's a lot of beauty professionals that are talking about what is lost when you are just buying online. So .com, buying, a product online is booming because all you can do is just shop online. But what is the emotional feeling or aspect of the sale is lost because I can't talk to a Sephora cast member. I'm not sure if everyone understands that when you're talking to a Sephora sales associate, they call them cast members. And they are amazingly educated in brands. They study these brands so that you make an educated purchase. And Ulta, same way. But the same thing goes for the hairstylist. A hairstylist knows brands in and out, and it's an emotional thing, and it's connected to mental health. And I feel better when my hair is done. Right now, my color is not done. Just like my clients' hair is not done, and we don't feel good. And I think that it's important for people to recognize that there's something that's lost. So beauty is essential. So I think that I would rather my clients be buying a lipstick or an eye serum than many other vices that are available to them. So I think that I don't want to judge people who want to make these beauty purchases. I understand why online beauty is booming, but I hope that clients are making educated purposes. So we have Janine on right now to talk to us because people are dying to sit in her chair as well. Janine, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey. What's going on?
Hey, girl. Hey. What's up? Okay.
Yeah. Nada. How are you? Go ahead.
All right. So I know, obviously, we talk about this at length, but tell us about, I loved what you said about as you're homeschooling your own kids, and so are a lot of our clients, about like making a new normal for your kids and why clients deserve to have their gray covered. What you were talking about being a mom with gray.
Being a mom in gray? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, like what you were saying about being a mom, with gray and sort of creating a new normal, that if a mom looked in the mirror and had gray and, creating a new normal for their kids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I walked past the mirror today homeschooling. I was like, oh, I got to do my roots. Oh, my God. But, yeah, you got to do anything that makes that, that little bit that just makes you smile or just feel like it's normal again. You know what I mean? Because we're going to go into a different type of normal.
Yeah. And I think that, so what are your feelings on, as the governor is talking about, basically what he said, he signed an executive order for retailers, which would mean Sephora, Ulta, Blue Mercury, beauty retailers like that they can provide curbside retailing. So they can sell beauty products, which would mean that salons could do sell beauty products, but that also means curbside color. So tell us your feelings on curbside color.
I mean, to be selling curbside color, like in the professional type of color that I use on clients, I don't think is a great idea to be sending home with a client that isn't licensed to use it. Because how about if there's an allergic reaction? How about if something goes wrong? How about if they don't use it right away and then it doesn't work, or whatever the case may be? It's really not meant for a typical person just to put it on.
Right. So what would you, in a perfect world right now, what would you prefer your clients to be doing instead?
I mean, I'd really want them to just reach out to me, and I will direct them on what we could get that will get them through this, make them look at themselves and like, oh my God, I look human again, but also protect them from anything, you don't want a chemical in your eye or damage done to your hair. The main thing is you just don't want to go too dark. You don't want to set us back. So if you speak with your colorist, we will direct you on what to get and, until you can see us again.
I think that's a big thing, is like, I'm so amazed with you and Cindy, because you both are very passionate and, the public health aspect of it, and just, staying home, and like you guys have made yourselves so accessible through like Instagram and text and call. And we've been doing these like the podcast and Zoom calls, and we've really like made everybody accessible, that you've even said like, we'll tell you what box to use, like whatever, just so that, like you said, because once you go dark, then it's corrective color. Like we would never shame anybody for anything. It's just reach out and like have the discussion, because I think that it's really important to have the conversation, because it's such a unique time, that this isn't, and Yeah. I think it's just important that people talk to you because like we were talking about certain clients that have had the conversation with you that when you say, okay, get like warm blonde, and I'm just saying this, I'm sure I'm saying this wrong, but it's someone who would consider themselves a brunette. I would consider them to be a brunette. And they're like, no, I'm not. And you're like, yes, you are. Trust me, that's the box you want to get. So if they had bought that color without you, they would have been too dark.
Yeah, they would have been 2 levels too dark. I know exactly who you're talking about, actually. But yeah, I would never steer you wrong. I want you, I want your hair to look as good as when you know, left the salon, when you come back to me. I don't want to deal with corrective color. So I'd rather you reach out to me. So, you know, there's probably so many clients that didn't reach out to me. I don't know why, but you know, I'm warm and fuzzy. I make it easy to talk to me. So you could always reach out. But, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, so I mean, to go backwards, like once you're too dark, I mean, I wish I had a magic wand, but it doesn't work like that.
Right.
You know, to get you back to where you are is a lot harder.
Yeah. And I think too that, you know, we keep laughing at this video that I made that because, you know, you were busy homeschooling. I'm like, okay, so I start showing how to mix color and I put the color in before the developer. I am not a colorist. I've never done color. I cut, style, do everything, but I've never done color and I mixed it wrong. I would have done exactly what a client would have done. And it's like, okay, we got to remake this video. You know?
Delete. Yeah, because the only way you could have mixed that properly is you would have had to have a scale. You know what I mean? And how many of us have scales in our kitchen? I mean, some do, but not all. So, yes, always developer first and then color, unless it's pre-mixed for you.
Right. And I think it's a case-by-case basis. And I think it's worth mentioning, too, that you know, for us, there were certain things, every business, every salon, everybody had to make a choice for their business. And for their clients of, you know, what resources were accessible to them, what their clients, they knew what their clients were going to do, what they weren't going to do. Everybody had to make a choice. There wasn't a right or wrong answer. That's why this is such a hot topic in the industry. It was just that we knew that, you know, you and Cindy were available on Instagram and were willing to talk about this. So I think a big thing in the industry was that there was hopefully no shaming on what each business decided was right for them and for their clients. So I think it's important that everybody be kind to everybody. But I think what's really important, it's hard. I mean, we're lucky to be a really small business model that we were able to accommodate this. There were some salons that were huge and could have never done how we approached this. So, and had just, So, but I do think that when I posted this on Instagram that we were going to be talking about this, how beauty is so connected to mental health, everybody quickly chimed in on my Instagram and my LinkedIn of how true that is. And as the weeks sort of go on, people are very quick to say, if I don't get my hair done soon, if I don't get my skincare or my Botox, I'm going to be depressed. And people, or I should say, let's just say men, you know, don't understand how like serious that is, because men are so quick to say, I like a girl all natural. I have so many guys that I've dated are like, oh, I like that you don't wear too much makeup, because I've dated girls who wear too much makeup. It's like, well, you also, men can put the pressure on women to be, you know, thin or young or blonde or whatever, you know, and then girls are just, you know, saying, oh, I'm quarantined with my new boyfriend and I have to look a certain way. He's never seen me without makeup on. He's never seen me with roots. He doesn't know I'm gray. And then they clients don't have access to us.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like I always say, if you don't feel you look good, you're not going to feel good. You're going to walk past that mirror and be like, oh, God, I need this, I need that. but you really should only do it for yourself. Like, I'm a firm believer in that. Like, I'm the first one, I want my Botox, but I do it for me. I don't do it for somebody else. Like, I really think you should do it for yourself, starting within, than trying to impress others, in my opinion.
I agree. I also think that sometimes we've said, when people ask me like, oh, what skincare do you use? Your skin looks so great. We all know that there's 2 factors on why my skin looks great. It's because my diet, I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and I'm happy. I do a lot of self-care. Like I'm always working on myself. I'm always meditating. I'm a happy person. And I think that is what shows. And I don't think that there's necessarily. Say that again.
The key thing you said, the key thing, what you just said, I feel like you were like, for myself. And you said that like 10 times in that statement, which is amazing because it should be for yourself. You know what I mean? And if it's the little things in, like my client reaching out to me because she wants to cover her grays because she feels good afterwards, I want you to do that. I want you to feel that you could reach out, and that it's just like something so little. I would never not respond. You know what I mean?
And I think that was what was really cool is, of course, your formulas are better with professional color and the range of colors that you guys can mix in the salon. However, you guys were willing to give a box recommendation because it was about the feeling for people. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like, we'd rather formulate you in a box because it's accessible and we want you guys to just feel good.
Yeah, and it had nothing to do with me. I'm not benefiting from it by any means. I want you to feel good. I want you to walk around and look good. I'm not making money off you. People are like, oh, let me Venmo you. I don't want money. I want you to look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, I look so much better. Like, you know what I mean? For yourself.
I think that was what was kind of, I don't want to say funny haha about the fundraiser, but I think people, when we were doing that stuff for the fundraiser and they were like, that's it? They're like, yeah, that's it. Like, we're just home, happy to be safe, and we just are happy you're safe too. So we're just doing this fundraiser for fun. That's it.
They're like, where's the punchline? They were waiting. They were waiting for that punchline.
Yeah, we're like, we'll see you back in the salon when the governor lets us, because we just, So, all right. So in the spirit of my new game, What's in Your Cabinet, I want to know if there's anything that you think is junk or if there's something great that everybody should know about. What is this new product that you're loving right now?
I mean, it's not that it was new. I was on Instagram floating around, checking out, live chats, and I came across this salon. It was IGK, which has their own products, and they were saying this product is amazing. If you can't get your keratin done, and right there, I like sold me. I'm like, I got the frizziest hair. It's curly. I need this product. I'm trying it. And everybody in the feed's like, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. I'm like, all right, let me try. So I order it. I do my color today, actually, myself, which I hated. And then I put this product on. I put this product on, blow dry my hair. 3 sections. I was like, what? This is amazing. Like, your hair feels amazing. You're not frizzy. I'm like, I'm sold. Like, at first I was sold by all the people saying it, but then like, you can't really, they might just have, they might know these people and they're supposed to say it in the feed, but I wasn't so I was like, this is amazing. I love it. And it's great for a client who's like due for keratin right now. I mean, I think they should try it. Definitely. Hands down.
Right. And that's what I love because, I think that obviously like everybody at Charles Studio knows that I am like deathly afraid of the keratins. It's like, I don't know what it is.
And the best was the name. I open it up, right? And it's like, I'm like, oh, what's the name of this? And it's like good behavior. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I go up to my son. I'm like, Chase, if you're ever bad, I got good behavior in a can. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I just spray you with this and you're going to be good. And he's like, what? And I start spraying him with it. He's like, what are you doing? So I think it's great for not only for hair, so it's not frizzy. So if the kids are acting up, just spray them with it and hopefully it works.
So clients can just spray their kids who are homeschooling their children, and then they can homeschool their hair, and then everything's right with the world. That's awesome. I mean,
IGK nailed the non-frizz and controls your kids. I will buy that. I will buy stock in that. You know?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it was definitely a product that you should try it out. Yep. Definitely.
So, how much was that product? Didn't we figure out how much that was? It's a very competitive price.
Like 32, maybe 30 something. They sell it at Sephora, which we were hearing about. Get a curbside next week, but I'm gonna say it's like $32. It's really good. Like if you're in that, like, oh, I need my keratin done. I have to say, I was impressed.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I mean, I really think that right now, I think what's going to happen is, I'm happy for clients. I think that they're going to have a ton more options. There's a lot of brands that are coming out. And my big thing is right now is if you can find a product that sprays, I mean, with all of the product development right now that I'm playing around with, if you can spray it in terms of sanitation, if you don't have to scoop a product out, that's really the way to go because you're not cross-contaminating. So the fact that sprays, I'm telling everybody, switch to a spray product right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because I feel like a lot of their line is actually spray. Now that you say that, now that you're making me think. But
yeah, that is that's true. They do have a lot of spray stuff. So yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, that's great. Yeah. Great tip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. No double dipping, girl.
No double dipping. I think that big trend that we're seeing right now, you're going to see a lot of popsicle sticks. People putting product onto a popsicle stick so that it's, no cross-contamination. I think that even at home, so you're not touching. So that's a big chef trick. I mean, you see bartenders, that they put the straw into the drink so that they try it, things like that. You just want to rethink what you're doing. So I think that a lot of our clients should be expecting that. So, just food for thought.
I mean, definitely. I agree. Keep it sanitized, and you got to get that little OCD, even if you don't have it. You got to make it come out.
We're definitely two OCD hairstylists / people.
I'm going to have to.
Yes, exactly. All right. So we are definitely missing our clients very badly. We're hoping that the governor is going to let us back in the game very soon. But this was great.
Yeah,
come on, Murphy.
Come on.
Right. So is there anything that you'd like to say to your clients before we sign off here?
I miss everyone. I miss going to work. I miss my client family. I miss my Charles Studio family. I just miss my other family and making people feel good, look good, smile when they walk out the door. And just, if you need me, please reach out. If you're trying to color your hair or you're thinking about coloring your hair, please reach out so you don't grab that wrong box.
Right. Definitely. Yeah.
That's the main thing right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. No, definitely. Yep. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm sure everybody was very happy to hear from you.
Oh, yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. You're welcome. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Bye.
So it was great having Janine on, and all Charles Studio clients, you can find her at J9 Color on Instagram. Our colorists are answering all of your questions because we definitely understand that, nobody wants to see their gray hair at a time like this. Beauty is absolutely essential to mental health, and, we wish everybody a safe quarantine. Be well. Bye.